And so that's why some women, if the more they work out, the less likely they are to lose weight.
It's Channel Mom with Jenny Dean Schmidt. We're here for you.
Brought to you by Pediatric Dental Group of Colorado, creating positive and rewarding dental visits for kids of all ages since 1977. What do you think the primary thing that moms in my age group that are dealing with motherhood, 20s, these days it's more kind of late 20s, 30s, and 40s that moms are dealing with motherhood, and I'm about to be 50. So, what are they dealing with their health?
The main thing I see is the effects of stress.
Okay.
So, not taking enough time for yourself, not getting enough sleep, People do pretty good at eating right. I think we have enough information out there for the most part that we kind of know what to do. Enforcing it on yourself and actually having the willpower to do it is another thing.
Yeah.
Exercise is another thing that a lot of moms don't do enough of because they just don't make that time for themselves to do it. So,
yeah. And I think I've read recently that we've overdone the hardcore exercise idea.
Yeah.
That we have to just be killing ourselves for 45 minutes, but instead a half an hour walk and maybe lifting weights for 15 minutes, you're good to go. You don't need to be knocking yourself out with an hour and a half spin class.
It's actually better. You can raise your systemic inflammatory levels by doing too much exercise, by overtraining. And then it destroys your immune system and a whole bunch of other stuff. So you're going to get sick more often and you're going to be inflamed, which that leads to cardiovascular disease and cancer down the line.
Okay, so let's talk about that for a minute.
Okay.
Because I have a lot of friends who do personal training, and I love them all, and they've all been very good for me. But there is such a thing as overtaxing your body by making yourself do that hour and 15-minute class every day that's really kicking your booty.
Yes.
To explain to moms what happens with that versus just taking a 45-minute walk.
A couple of things happen. One thing is that inflammatory response that happens.
And explain to moms why it's bad to be inflamed.
It's bad to be inflamed because whenever your body is inflamed, it's actually a little cytokine called interleukin-6 that gets elevated in your system when you overtrain.
Okay.
And it's also released during severely emotionally distressful periods or psychological stress. So there's a lot of things that can trigger this, but it can be triggered by overtraining too. So what happens is this cytokine basically just causes this chemical cascade of inflammation to go all throughout your body. And any tissue in your body that is chronically inflamed is more prone to getting cancer. Yes.
Very interesting.
Chronic inflammation leads to cancer.
Because about a year ago, I kind of scaled back on doing crazy cuckoo kick my own butt kind of workouts.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, I did. I scaled back. Now, I still do things, but I'm not just killing myself. And so I guess what you're kind of telling me is that's okay.
That is okay. And it's also okay from an adrenal standpoint because a lot of women who are in that area where they're in adrenal fatigue or about to be in adrenal fatigue, that will just exacerbate that problem. And that can lead to weight gain. So that's why some women, if the more they work out, the less likely they are to lose weight.
That's moms are going to want to hear more about that because I know women in my mom audience struggle with that very thing.